Podcast Network Asia. FirstMetroSec is providing this podcast as a general market commentary. Reference to any specific security, product, or entity do not constitute as an offer or a solicitation of an offer to buy or sell any financial instruments or to participate in any particular trading strategy. The statements, comments, views, or opinions expressed by the hosts are subject to change without notice, and FirstMetroSec is under no obligation to update, amend, change, or correct any of the statements, comments, views, or opinions expressed. The statements, comments, views, and opinions expressed by the guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the view of FirstMetroSec. FirstMetroSec disclaims any liability arising from reliance on or reference to any information obtained in this podcast.
You are listening to First Metro Securities Philippine Stock Market Weekly Podcast, where we feature timely and relevant discussions on the Philippine stock market and the economy in the hope of providing you investing and trading guidance. Here's your host, Royce Aguilar from the Research Department at FirstMetroSec.
You are listening to Philippine Stock Market Weekly's Market Bites, our mini-series which strives to deliver trading and investing analysis built on our research reports. For in-depth information, you may also log in to your FirstMetroSec account and head to the Research tab.
Hi everyone, I'm Adel, and I cover the banks and telcos for First Metro Securities Research. In this episode, let me share with you the latest company update on Converge titled Accumulate on Further Price Action Weakness. In this report, we did Converge to buy on lower target price of 13.80 pesos. We have made further adjustments to our estimates and cut earnings by 5% and 10% to reflect the slower than expected net subscriber additions seen in 2022. However, we have a buy call on Converge in view of the sharp drop in the stock year to date by 25%. Moreover, despite our cut in earnings, we see two factors that we believe should merit accumulation on further price action weakness of Converge. These are, first, we see competition in fixed line will be more rational compared to mobile. From a fundamental standpoint, we are of the view that the slowdown in subscriber growth is close to bottoming out, with ARPUs for Converge stabilizing in the next 6 to 12 months. This is as we expect competitive dynamics in fixed line to be more rational, as we see its main competitors, namely Globe and PLDT, to continue to be preoccupied with the challenges stemming from tighter competition backdrop and regulatory developments in the mobile segment, where Converge has zero exposure. Second, valuations are attractive, trading at EV/EBITDA multiples of 5.5 times and 5 times for 2023 and 2024. At these levels, we highlight that Converge is no longer carrying the supposed growth stock and pure play broadband valuation premium it has enjoyed since IPO. At our trimmed down TP of 13.80 pesos, Converge now offers undemanding valuations relative to the normalizing growth delivered in recent quarters. Our new TP implies much lower EV/EBITDA multiples of 6.18 times and 5.71 times on 2023 and 2024 EBITDA, respectively, which is in line with broader telco peers in the EM space. Finally, we also highlight dividends as an upside catalyst. We argue that Converge could begin issuing dividends soon, because first, Converge is low gearing at 0.55 times in 2023 net DE. Second, we believe it can generate healthy operating cash flows with nearly 17.5 billion pesos projected in 2023. And lastly, slowing CapEx requirements should help with the company's capital management. Again, we upgraded Converge to buy on lower TP of 13.80 pesos. That's it for our Converge company update. Thank you.
Thanks for listening to First Metro Securities Philippine Stock Market Weekly Podcast. Don't forget to follow us to get first dibs on our new episodes. For more up-to-date market news and info, exclusive content, and the opportunity to connect with your fellow Filipino investors and traders, join facebook.com/groups/FirstMetroSec and be part of the First MetroSec family.
The views and opinions expressed by the podcast creators, hosts, and guests do not necessarily reflect the official policy and position of Podcast Network Asia, the hosts of the program, or other programs of the network. Any content provided by the people on the podcast are of their own opinion and are not intended to malign any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company, individual, or anyone or anything.